There are so many things in my heart that I could share about, but this morning I want to share about your value, um, your worth to God, and how valuable you are to God. I know many of us have allowed society to dictate what we're worth and, what being beautiful is and, um, what we're supposed to look like, our size, and all that. But that is not what God looks at when He looks at you. God sees our heart, He sees our potential, and He sees what He created us to be. And I know they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but beauty is not what we see outwardly, but beauty comes from within. And our value is like based on what God says. I always ask people, how many people do you know would die for you because they love you? How many people you know would put themselves in your place and let you um, go free? Not many, but Jesus did. So I just want to talk to a lot of women in particular, and there are some men too, like I say, who have low self-esteem. I mean, we all look at other people and think, oh man, I wish I looked like them, or oh man, I wish I, had what they had, or whatever. But God made you an individual. God made you like no other. And there's only one of you. He did that for a reason, okay? You are unique. And like I say, you're like a body part. You can say that. But you're significant to God in whatever capacity that you're here on this earth. You're significant to God. God does not, uh, like I say, look at your past to determine your future, okay? Like I say, He knows your end from your beginning already. And His purpose for you here on this earth is to take you from where you've been to where He created you to be, from who you were, who you had become, to who He created you to be. For instance, what we've done, God does not look at what I've done, okay, and say, oh, your life is just too awful for me to have anything to do with you. That's not God. That's how people look at us, but that's not God. God does not look at what you've done to determine who you are. And your identity is not in what you've done. Your identity is in who God says you are. I'm going to read a little bit out of Psalm 139 to give you an idea of how God sees us. Okay, and I'm looking at in Psalm 139:13. You may be struggling today with your identity, who you are, how you feel about yourself. I want you to know the truth about who you are. And this is what I know, that when you come into alignment with God's truth, the grace of God will make you, change you. He's the only one that can. You cannot change yourself. We may have uh, concerns about what we've done, and we a lot of times we say, man, if I could just go back and change, what I've done, I would. But we can't. So since we can't go back and change anything, the past is the past. The only thing we have is today. So it says, for you form my innermost parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I will give thanks and praise to you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being formed in secret, and intricately and skillfully formed, as if embroidered with many colors in the depths of the earth. Your eyes have seen my unformed substance, and in your book were all written the days that were appointed for me, when as yet there was not one of them even taken. How precious also are your thoughts to me, O God. How vast is the sum of them. God thinks about you often. He delights in you. He really does. He says, if I could count them, they would outnumber the sand. When I awake, I am still with you. So God is thinking about y'all often. The Bible says He sings over you. Okay, so I just want to talk to those who have prostituted themselves and given themselves away. Um, I remember my girlfriend, like I said, at one point she was a call girl, but she was just saying, if we've given ourselves away apart from marriage, we all were prostitutes. She just got paid for them, we just didn't, okay? But prostituting does not make you a prostitute, okay? And one thing I know this too, even if you prostituted yourself, when you become born again, you get a brand new life, okay? It's like it has you have never done any of these things before, on drugs, whatever. It doesn't matter what you've done. God can change it all. He can change it all. And He can make you, oh my God, He can make you into something brand new. So if you're feeling uh, low about yourself, I mean, I was one of 11 children, and everybody always talked about how beautiful my sister was, and that's your daddy's most beautiful child or whatever. But today, my beauty is from within. It's what God has done in me and what He continues to do in me. And when people see the beauty of the Lord, that's what they're drawn to. So, like I said, I just want to encourage you today, no matter what your past is, no matter what you've done, God sees you for who you are, who He created you to be, and He wants to change you and make you into that beautiful woman that you truly are. So just be encouraged today. God is not like man, for one, okay? And like I said, when we get His perspective on things, it just changes everything. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, one of a kind, and God has a plan for your life, okay? So just be encouraged today and know that your best is still yet to come. We are all still a work in progress. The biggest room always is going to be room for improvement. So as long as you're willing and yielded, God can do in and through you what you cannot do for yourself. Be blessed. God bless.